Hi friends, today I want to introduce you a regular online event where you can practice speaking Japanese with Japanese natives for free. This event is called Ohanashi Kagawa and they're also the sponsor of today's video. So what exactly is this event? It's an online event where Japanese learners from all over the world can safely connect to Japanese native speakers and also build meaningful relationships. During the event, Japanese people who want to study English and also Japanese learners from overseas can come together and practice their target language in a one-on-one setting, switching between English and Japanese. Currently, this event happens almost every single weekend on 2 different time slots. So there are 6 events in total per month that you could join if you want. And we have 5 tickets for free that you can use, so you can join 5 out of those 6 events if you want to. For me, as a person living in Germany, the event is on Saturday during lunchtime and very, very early on Sunday morning. Since the events are held online, you can access them from around the world. And I know from my own experience that speaking Japanese is a scary thing, especially to Japanese native speakers, if you're not that great yet. But it's actually an environment where you are allowed to make mistakes and people know that you're going to make mistakes because the Japanese people you are speaking to, they are also language learners for English. So they know how hard it is to converse in a foreign language, and it's totally okay to make mistakes, help each other out. And if you cannot get through the conversation or you need help, there are also staff members around, so you can also ask them for guidance. When participating in the event, there's a little introduction session first, where the rules of the event get explained. And during the introduction session, you will get randomly assigned to a table with 1 or 2 other people. Usually it's 1 person, but sometimes the amount of Japanese speakers and English speakers is uneven, so sometimes there are groups of 3. And after the introduction session is over, you virtually take a place at your assigned table and meet your first speaking partner. For me, it was Yui, one of the staff members at Ohanashi Kagawa. We first started talking in Japanese for 15 minutes and then switched to English for the next 15 minutes.
はい、こんにちは。
こんにちは、ゆいです。よろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いします。
最初、日本語なので、日本語で15分お話ししましょうか。はい。
話しましょ
日本語上手ですね。日本語、どれくらい勉強されてるんですか？
う。まだ上手じゃないけど、多分、
上手じゃない。
3、4年間ぐらい勉強していました。はい。
4年くらい。だいぶ長いですね、それは。
はい、すごく長い。でも、
すごく長い。
話すのは一番難しいです。はい。
話すのが一番難しいですよね。そうですよね。
はい。いつもちょっと緊張しています。
どこにお住まいですか？
ドイツ
どこに住んで
ま
ますか？ドイツ。
はい。
ドイツにお住まいなんです。ドイツ、今、そっか。今何時
12時ぐらい。はい。お昼です。はい。
ありがとうございます。お昼の時間に。そっかそっか。ドイツにずっと住んでらっしゃるんですか？
大体、でも、
大体
大体。うん、
大体か。
学の後で、オーストラリア、に住んでいました。6ヶ
オーストラリア
月ぐらい。
に住んで
オーストラリア、はい。はい、後で、日本も住んでいました。はい。
日本も住んでたことあるんですか？
はい。
どこに、どれくらい
横浜に住んでい
横
ました。
浜
はい。
そうなんですね。
9ヶ月ぐらい。
それも日本語の勉強のためですか？
はい。
目的
日本語学校に行きました。はい。
日本語学校に行きました。横浜の日本語学校ですね。
はい。
友達はできた。友達はできる、
はい
できますよね。
はい、できました。はい
日本の友達となんか今でも連絡とか。
はい。でも、大体外国人です。
大体外国人と。そうか。日本語学校に来るのは海外の方だもんね。そうです。
はい、そうです。はい。
そうでね
ですも、シェアハウスにも住んでいました。だから、シェアハウスのルームメイトも一人、はい、と、 話します。
ああ、ルームメイトの方は日本の方だったんですか？
はい、そうです。
そっかそっか。なるほど。ルームシェアいいですよね。確かに。なんか安いし、現地の感じが、雰囲気がよくわかるし。
はいはい、そうです、そうです。ゆいさんはどうですか？シェアハウスにも、住んでいたことがありますか？
私はそうですね。アメリカにちょっと住んでいたことがあったので、そこでシェアハウスやっぱりしてました。どうしても一部屋まるっと借りると高いし、あと、ね、なんか、まあ、ホストファミリーっていう選択肢もあると思うんですけど、まあ、そうね、シェアハウスの方が、やっぱりなんだかんだ、安いので
なる
で、
ほど。
便利なので、シェアハウスにしてましたね。
Oh,
Okay.
English time. So you said you were in America, right? Or you lived in America?
Yeah, I used to live in the States
Nice. And there
for
in
like 3 years.
oh,
Okay, go ahead.
nice. Is there anywhere else where you stayed abroad or where you traveled to?
Well, I've been to. Well, I lived in Seattle for 3 years, and actually I traveled to California and New York, and I was out of states. I went to actually I went to Germany once.
Oh, really? Oh, where did
Yeah,
you go?
actually I don't remember because I
Okay.
was like lost. I was an like elementary school student, and my parents took me there, but I don't really remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
After the first 30 minutes are over, there's a little break and another small presentation where you will get assigned to your second group of the event. After the break presentation, you of course take a seat at your second table and then meet your second speaking partner. During the second session, you will start speaking 15 minutes of English and then continue with 15 minutes of Japanese, so it's actually reversed for the second time. During my second lesson that day, I got paired with another Japanese learner from Israel and also a Japanese native English learner from Yokohama. And after the event is over, you have around 30 minutes to leave the hall, so you can either stay and speak to your previous partners, or you can also go to another table and speak more to people. You can also leave, of course, right away if you don't want to stay, but usually I will stay and mostly speak to the people that I was in the last group with, and then either until one of us has to go or the event is over, we will just continue talking, mostly in Japanese. And that way I get around 45 to 60 minutes of Japanese speaking practice in. So let's talk about my experience until now. So you know that I am not the bravest Japanese speaker. I think I said this many times, and I get very nervous if I actually have to speak. But I also know that nothing will change if I'm not pushing myself. And when taking part in the Ohanashi Kagawa event, I feel still nervous, but a little bit less nervous than usual because I know the person sitting in front of me is also a language learner, so not a professional teacher or something, and I'm not the only one who's making mistakes. They are also doing mistakes, and especially when we switch roles, I always realize, oh, maybe my Japanese is not that bad, like compared to the level of other people I'm sometimes in groups of three with, or also comparing with the Japanese person that's speaking English. So it makes me feel actually better about my Japanese abilities, which is also nice sometimes because sometimes it can be a bit frustrating if I'm the only one struggling in a conversation with other services that I've used before, for example. I also really like that there are determined time slots for every language, and there will be a notice saying, now it's English time, and then there will be a bell and it says now it's Japanese time, and you're also seeing the time running out at the top of the screen, so you always know how much time you have left. And if you don't have this structure, I feel like some language exchanges can just turn out that both of you are speaking way more in one language than in the other one. Usually it's the language where both people are more comfortable in. And having those time slots, there's also no awkward conversation of being like, hey, can we switch now? We talked this and this long in this language, let's change. It's always very natural to change according to the notice on the screen. Another thing that I find very helpful is that there's a document event with a lot of questions that you can ask the other person if you run out of questions or you just don't know what to talk about. So you can always see from beginner level to intermediate or even advanced level questions, okay, what could I ask this person? Sometimes also I feel like when I'm too nervous, everything slips out of my brain and I don't know one single Japanese word anymore. So then I can go through the list and be like, oh yeah, I can ask them for their favorite TV show or what they are doing on the weekend, for example. And there's also a chat box for every single table. So for example, last time we talked about a certain movie that the Japanese person watched and we didn't really understand the title. And we also didn't know what kanji were used in the title. So we just asked her to write it there and then we could just see it and write it down to watch it ourselves. And sometimes it's just easier to understand things when they're written, and it also helps with better communication. And also because of the switching between English and Japanese, I feel like my brain has a lot more time to rest in between the Japanese sessions, because when I'm talking with other services for like 45 minutes straight in Japanese, I feel like my brain gets tired towards the end and I don't know what to say anymore, and yeah, my brain gets just fried. And I feel like because there's always at least 15 minutes break between the Japanese sessions, I can just relax a little bit and then I have more brain power again to continue. And another upside is that there is always staff available. So if you are in an uncomfortable situation, you can always ask them for help, which never happened to me, but you can just feel safe because you know if there's something that happens, there's someone who will help you. And one thing you might ask yourself now is like, wait, why is that free? There has to be a catch, right? It's free because the event is funded through the Ohanashi Kagawa Japanese online school, also their VIP program, and also donations. So if you want to practice your Japanese speaking abilities even more outside of the event or want to support them directly, you can always check out those services, but you don't have to. You can also just join the event. But if you're interested in a free trial lesson for the Ohanashi Kagawa language school, I will also link it in the description box. So how to participate? When you want to participate in the events, you can go to the Ohanashi Kagawa website, which I also linked in the description box, and create an account. After that, simply enter your email address and your password to log in, and also select the event you want to attend from the recommended events. And then on the day of the event, you just log in to the Ohanashi Kagawa website, click the join button and enter the venue. So I hope you enjoyed learning about the event, and maybe you're also now considering joining the event yourself. And who knows, maybe we will see each other there or get placed in the same group of 3. So see you there maybe. And on the topic of speaking Japanese, let me know what you like to do to practice your speaking abilities and also how you try to overcome or even overcame your nervousness. Tips are very much appreciated as always. Thank you so much for watching till the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with my Japanese learning journey. And I will see you next week for a more relaxed vlog where I will talk about settling back into Germany and all those things after living in Japan. So I hope you're there as well. Bye bye!